VigilanteWilliamson here with a very simple question, and that is who you got between Anthony Joshua and Francis Ngannou, because they are set to officially fight March 8th in Saudi Arabia. Before we get too deep into this, please, if you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share, subscribe, please do so. I appreciate anyone who likes, shares, or subs on this channel. We're trying to get to 250 by February. We're at like 215, 213, something like that. So please, I'd appreciate your sub. If you like what we do, we talk sports and amongst other things on this channel. So another key component to this whole thing is there's a rumor that Deontay Wilder and Zhilei Zhang will be on the undercard. So they're not giving up on Deontay Wilder and Joshua. They're trying to rehab Wilder for that fight out in Saudi Arabia. You got to give the Saudis credit. They are trying to put on shows. It's set for March 8th. March 9th was the rumored date for Wilder Joshua, which is obviously not happening after Wilder's upset loss. If you call it an upset, a lot of people called it against Joseph Parker, who apparently is getting nothing for his win. No big up, no, bigger fight. He just won, and that's it. Name another guy with an upset victory who's meant less for his career than Joseph Parker beating Deontay Wilder. It's crazy. But they're still trying to rehab Wilder. They have this huge fight now with Joshua. I know in the first fight, a lot of boxing guys, and I'm talking about the first fight with Ngannou against Fury, a lot of boxing guys going into the fight told you that Ngannou had no chance. Coming out of the fight, still maintain that Fury somehow won that fight. I don't know how. I don't know what they were watching to think Fury won that fight. I have no idea. I think it was just that embarrassment of seeing a guy come in who had never boxed professionally or amateur fights and was a UFC guy, wasn't even in UFC at the time and still isn't. He's with PFL. And to see him come in and dominate the world champion, I think that was a kind of a traumatic thing for boxing. But it pissed everyone off because all the people who hated Francis Ngannou because they're Dana diehards and they suck at the teat of UFC, they got pissed. All of the boxing peers got pissed. So everybody was angry. And the fight really didn't make as much money as it probably should have because of that anti-hype. No one thought Ngannou had a chance. Whereas this fight, I expect to have a lot more interest going in. Yes, Anthony Joshua looks a lot better in his fight against Wilder than he has in a few years. But it has been a few years since he's looked dominant. It's really been 2018. If we're going to be honest, as far as Joshua looking dominant, that's like 6 years ago. So it's not like Joshua was a shoe-in. Plus, like I said, I don't care what anyone tells me, Francis Ngannou beat Tyson Fury. Granted, it wasn't a 12-round fight. Outside of that, there's an argument he could be the #1 fighter in the world or the world champion. He is technically ranked, I believe, in the WBC rankings, which you can argue how much of a farce that is. I mean, to me, he had a good showing, so he kind of deserves to be ranked. So we will see what happens between Ngannou and Joshua. I will pick Joshua, but tentatively, it would not shock me for us to get a repeat performance of Ngannou showing what he can do. He's going to have 6 months more experience. He's going to have another training camp as a boxer. He's going to have a lot of confidence knowing that he can execute his game plan against professional fighters. Joshua is a guy who doesn't like to be hit still, and he is a guy who is unsure of himself at times. There's no guarantee that Joshua wins this fight. So even though, ironically enough, I believe a lot of the reason this card is happening is to somehow, if there's a chance, if you're saying there's a chance to resurrect Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, that's why Deontay Wilder is rumored to be on the undercard, there's a chance that this fight gets blown up even more than it already is if Ngannou has a similar showing to the one he had against Fury. But what do you think? Again, please like the video. I would really appreciate it. What do you guys think? If you like the video, please like the video. If you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do that. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Good night and God bless. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.